Tonight on Chronicle, by sea, by pond, or up a lazy river, how anyone can find adventure and learn to kayak.
So Seven Rivers Paddling, do pretty much anything to do with kayaking and on the water and moving into paddleboarding as well. We do kids camps, corporate trips, adult paddles, family paddles.
Discovering the Piscataqua's heritage aboard a Portsmouth Harbor cruise.
Just as a nice ride tour, and it's a good size because she allows us to get into places that other tour boats can't get into, such as we can go in behind Newcastle, which we did earlier on this trip, and get under the low bridges.
Plus, Fritz Weatherby's New Hampshire.
A great landslide happened here in Bartlett in 1936. I'll tell you the story on New Hampshire Chronicle.
That's next on Chronicle. Good evening, everyone. Another difficult day on the job for us folks here on New Hampshire Chronicle.
I know, it's gorgeous, gorgeous day and beautiful spot.
Yeah, welcome to Distant Hill Gardens here in Walpole, a place that's created the beauty of nature and combined that with education.
I know, this is the brainchild of a couple, Kathy and Michael Neri, and they've really created this gorgeous backyard, these gardens, and they've opened it up to the public.
Yeah, you might be wondering what those rocks are behind us. We'll explain that a little later in the show.
Right, but first up, it is one of the fastest growing water sports in North America, and in New Hampshire, kayakers are everywhere, and it's easy to see why.
Yeah, we have the right conditions for any level of kayaking, from rapids to lakes to the sea, and according to Peter Sawtell from Seven Rivers Paddling, it's not that difficult to learn.
Cindy Jeff Jones saw how some beginners quickly become comfortable with handling their kayaks and are ready to set out on their adventures.
Yeah, those are the things that are just rare to see and wonderful. So Seven Rivers Paddling, do pretty much anything to do with kayaking and on the water and moving into paddleboarding as well. We do kids camps, corporate trips, adult paddles, family paddles. We do overnight trips. We're looking to coordinate with other companies, looking to do trips in Alaska. Baja California is another place. But really my focus is here in home, all the surrounding seacoast area, and really taking my passion and sharing it with kids, adults, families. Good work. We paddle all 7 rivers paddling, so there's 7 different rivers that flow into Great Bay and then also into Portsmouth Harbor. Starting over in Exeter, we have the Squamscott River. Newmarket, the Lamprey River. In Durham, where we are right now, is the Oyster River. Dover, Salmon Falls River, and the Cocheco River. So we do all those rivers, and then also if anyone calls up, I have a special group where we're going to Swains Lake in Barrington. Average paddle is anywhere from 2 people, and then we've done some corporate trips where we've had up to 30 people on the water. We always have a ratio of 1 to 5 with adults. So for every 5 adults, we have 1 guide. I want people to fall in love with kayaking, and so to make that easier, having a really high performance boat is gonna eliminate a lot of variables so that they can really take the time and learn the paddle strokes.
So when you sweep, do you turn it like this and then sweep again?
Absolutely. And then it's called feather your paddle, bring it back, and then paddle again. I did a little bit of kayaking when I was little. My mom was actually a whitewater canoeer and kayaker. So it really wasn't until I went to college that I took a sea kayaking class. I fell in love with it. And then a local kayak shop around here I started working for the next couple of summers, designed their kids adventure camp. So 13 years ago, I discovered that my dream would be to start my own sea kayaking business and blend working with kids and kayaking. Whoa, good throw. All right, Charlie's that. This specific program is it's a paddle club, so it's for kids after school. This club is a lot more kind of open-ended, I guess you would say, and choose what they want to learn about each week.
It was so much fun because every other week we got to go to a different place. We'd go to a point and we'd explore islands, And so we got to find sea glass and a bunch of other stuff. So it was really fun.
The kids, we raft up together. One at a time, they jump off the boats, and then they get to climb back on the boat, learning how to get back in safely, and having lots of fun.
My youngest son, Graham, attends the program. It's been somewhat of a challenge for my wife and I to get Graham interested in outdoor activities. As long as Pete is involved, it's really been something he's jumped on.
Graham, try to use that sweep stroke on the left side.
For our kids camps, we offer full-day camps and we offer half-day camps for kids from ages 6 all the way up to 14, and those can be full-day or half-day. And there's 4 different locations that we do the camps.
It's not like a set, like you look at a book and like that's what we're gonna do every week of the summer, like so it never gets boring.
I just really like it because you get to hang out with your friends and always get wet. It's good exercise, you're out under the sun and it's fun.
With that non-dominant hand, to remember to really push forward.
In addition to the kids camps, we also offer adult kayak tours. The standard tour is a 3-hour tour. And those are usually more beginner intermediate, teaching people fundamentals of kayaking and then checking out the wildlife and different areas that we paddle. We also do offer more advanced trips, and we do custom designs trips as well.
Today is sort of opening day for us at Boomerang Adventures. It's a new paddlers opportunity to work with our paddling partner, Seven Rivers. We're here at Swains Lake. It's a nice quiet lake, about 340 acres. The whole goal is to make sure that they enjoy the experience and get out as much as possible. Boomers, baby boomers and beyond, that's what we're all about. Boomerang means generally people who are 46 or so and up, and we do everything from kayaking to walking, hiking, biking, so there's no excuse not to get outside.
It's organized for you and you just show up and have fun. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Well, the benefits to having a partner, someone like Peter, is that when I have a large trip, it's great to have someone with expertise who will provide instruction and lead us on an adventure that is a little more in-depth. He's extremely patient and solicitous.
Very conscious of safety, instructs us on the water, stays with us on the water. Not only is it a great water experience, it's a great nature experience and keeps us young and healthy.
Would you like to get reminders about what's on New Hampshire Chronicle every day? Then like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. You can comment on stories, send us ideas, ask questions, and find links to our online videos. Or go to WMUR.com/Chronicle for even more information and see what we have in the works. We'd love to hear from you.
Coming up, slip sliding away.
Coming up next,
people can come out and relax and have a cocktail if they like and just enjoy the sunset.
So we moved here to the Stone Circle. This is something that Michael always wanted to create, and the couple actually went over to Ireland to do research, and they visited a number of these sites. There are hundreds over there.
Yeah, how cool is this? This is really the centerpiece of this place. By the way, it is designed so it'll look exactly at the sunset on the winter solstice, and each year, weather permitting, they bring people out here to actually watch the sun go down.
Very cool, very cool. Well, next, how about going on a cruise? Portsmouth Harbor is rich in history, maritime life, and some of the most picturesque views of New England's seacoast. Seacoast.
One of the best ways to see the harbor and learn about the Piscataqua River is on board the MV Heritage, which has been cruising up and down that river since 1982.
Audrey Cox climbed aboard and takes us on a harbor cruise.
Good morning and welcome aboard the Heritage.
It is one of the best ways to view the picturesque waterways of New Hampshire's seacoast on board the MV Heritage.
We offer harbor cruises, fully narrated historical harbor cruises. We also do those same harbor cruises in the evenings, but not as narrated, so that people can come out and relax and have a cocktail if they like, and just enjoy the sunset without having to listen to us talk the whole time.
The Heritage was built in December of 1963. She holds 49 passengers, and her size allows her to maneuver through some of the area's smallest waterways.
It just has a nice ride to her, and it's a good size because she allows us to get into places that other tour boats can't get into, such as we can go in behind Newcastle, which we did earlier on this trip, and get under the low bridges. And we're really the only tour boat out of Portsmouth that does that. We do have a full bar on board. We have coffee, tea, hot chocolate, also sodas, bottled water, alcoholic beverages, and snacks. In a little while, the clam chowder will be ready.
On this overcast day, we boarded the Heritage for its 1-hour narrated cruise, a smooth ride down the Piscataqua River, through Portsmouth Harbor, and out to the Atlantic, past a lush landscape rich in maritime history.
To our left, we have Kittery, the oldest town in the state of Maine. And of course, Portsmouth here to the right, both these towns settled in 1623. This river is the second fastest tidal river in the United States that is navigable by ships, with the fastest being the Columbia on the west coast.
Motoring under the newly built Memorial Bridge, among the first notable locations on the tour, the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard, the oldest public navy yard in the country, built in 1800. Captain Drew knows the history by heart.
Today they work on fast attack submarines here. We have 3 subs in the yard, one of which is visible, and that is now straight ahead of us. Now they did once build submarines here. In fact, for many years this yard was at the forefront of submarine design and technology. A total of 138 subs were built here between the years of 1918 and 1971. They really like the history. They like the ambiance of the boat, and the fact it's a little more intimate and personable.
Past the Coast Guard cutter Reliance and this building, which almost looks like a castle. It's the former Portsmouth Naval Prison located on the grounds of the shipyard. It was often called the Alcatraz of the East, or the Rock. Captain Drew tells a tale about a famous special patrol officer who was attacked in the face while transporting a prisoner to the Portsmouth Brig, a story that is a favorite among the crowd. When that officer's identity is revealed, we'll give you a hint. He was a big-time Hollywood actor.
The SP was then sewn up by the medic here, who didn't do the greatest job, because the repair to the lip ended up in quite a scar, and also in a very noticeable lisp, which later became somewhat of this man's trademark. And that SP's name was Humphrey Bogart.